Welcome to A Scrap Life, a podcast solely focused on the hustlers, grinders, operators, and business owners who live and breathe the scrap metal industry every day. Here is your host, Brett Eckhart.
All right, another Q&A coming at you. How you doing today, Brett?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
I'm doing good, man.
Good for a Monday.
I had a great weekend. I'm glad to be here. I have a big week. I don't talk about my wife a lot, but I'm going to give her a shout out, even though she probably won't listen to this. She's graduating from Boise State. She's worked her ass off, straight A's. Literally every day, she have like a different award thing starting Tuesday.
Nice.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she gets all the different chords. And then Friday, she's graduating from the social work. And then she's also doing the big graduation. So we got a big week.
I wonder, this one thing I appreciate about your wife, one thing I appreciate about even Sky, who was just here helping us set this up, is people that go to college, they graduate, and they use the thing that they went to college for, right? Because I think so many people go to college and they lose, or they change their mind or whatever, but they don't want to stop because they look at it as a failure that they didn't finish, quote unquote, because they changed what they wanted to do, right? And I think that, kudos to people that that they're on a mission, they graduate with something that they can use, that they want to use in the future, that's what college is for, right? It's to pursue certain, degrees, certain careers. Now, if people are just going to go because they're looking for something to do, I feel.
And that's what I fell into the trap. I went because I felt like I had to go.
What I appreciate about you is you're like, fuck it, this ain't for me. I'm gonna go do something different.
I think so much.
It's the same thing in business. We talk about this a lot. Is if you're going down a path, and whether you're working for somebody or it's your business, and you're like, this doesn't work. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't make sense. Like the people that just cut bait and be like, I'm out. Next song. I think there's a move. There's something to be said for that. Now, it's not just because it got hard. Like sometimes shit just gets hard and you just need to work through it. But if your motivation changes, if something changes with you, fucking do something different.
Yeah.
Like move on. Go find the next thing.
So everyone out there doing what their heart called them to do.
Shout out to your wife.
Do it. Go do it.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Sky. We see you.
Sky's got a degree from Boise State and she uses it here every day. I love it. All right, we got some questions that came in. First of all, let's go here. This came from Johnny Person. Do you know anyone who comes in and sifts the ground for metal ferrous and non after a scrap metal yard closes?
So Johnny and I communicated on LinkedIn, and I kind of did somewhat answer him his message. But something I think it's super interesting is, especially if your yard's a dirt yard, right? Which some of our yards are still dirt yards. Years ago, we bought this thing that's called a flip screen. And if you don't know what it is, and if you're going to ReMA this year, maybe Flip Screen will have a booth there. But what we did is that we bought the Volvo L90 attachment, and it sits on the front of your loader. You can buy one for an excavator too. That's got a quick detach and it hooks up. So you scoop the dirt with the loader, like you would a scoop bucket, and then it churns the material. So it basically filters.
So it pushes all the dirt out.
Size.
Yeah.
Change the screen size on it, just like a trommel screen. And you can screen the size of dirt, the size of rock, the size of whatever you want. So we bought that just for that case. So we bought the flip screen, hook it up to the loader. We can screen dirt. Now it's not magnet. There's no magnet to it. There's no eddy current to it. Whatever. So all it will really do is if you got a bunch of rocks mixed up in it, is it'll sort the rock size, the scrap size, whatever. But then what we do is we put it on the ground, run a mag over the top, like a mag off our excavator or our material handler, mag all the iron off. Put it in the prepared iron, pick any of the non-ferrous, and then the rest we can go into the trash with.
So where have you used it at our own yards? Do you use
We've used it at any dirt yard we've ever had.
Just to do some maintenance and clean up?
Maintenance. Okay. Or if we want to screen some rock out of something and bringing the rock to the top of the dirt, we'll use it for that. I mean, we've used it for a bunch of different applications, but I highly recommend it. It's a pretty affordable attachment that can go on the front of your loader or an excavator quick attach. And you can screen a fair amount of dirt with it. We just get a water hose, hook it up so we keep the dust down, and that's how we screen our dirt.
Well, yeah, when I give people tours, a lot of people stop and look at that. And they're like, oh, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
people, especially the demo guys, the demo guys, like, oh, like. So
I think it was originally made for the demo
I would think it
industry,
came-
so that when they are doing brick or rock or whatever, they can basically screen out by size what they're.
then whatever waste stream that is, then it's a little cleaner. They can maybe get a better rate to get rid of that brick or whatever it might be. Yeah, I figured it came from like the demo side, and the demo, our demo customer, that's a big part of our business. We deal with a lot of awesome demos.
Yeah. So flip screen, you owe me one.
Yeah, a flip screen. Okay.
Sponsor our
Sponsor
our
the Q&A.
next- Yeah, Q&A.
Okay, Melissa Lorash. She says on that post she said, that's what I said to you. Brett, do you have a Band-Aid for my boo-boo? And you said, the fuck? For my own defense on that post, Sky made that post. I did say, hey, make me something funny. And I loved what she came up with. I smashed my finger when my daughter was moving out to go to college, and I lost my fingernail. It hurt. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, this is a question I've gotten from, 20, 30 people. You probably even more. Are you going to ReMA, Brett?
Am I going to ReMA?
Yep.
The short answer, no. The long answer is like multi-pronged, right? But I'm not a big fan of California. So if I can avoid going to California, I definitely try to. And not because I have any warrants or anything like that. It's just I prefer not to give that state any of my business. That being said, I still ship scrap to California and whatever else if the buyers are there. But that's on them. They got to figure that out. The second thing is we got a ton of stuff going on here. I mean, I was just talking to Casey Howell this morning about all the projects, and we've got, we close on a deal tomorrow that we're excited to share about, everybody with. We've got another one in the pipeline. We've got our tire business. I think is going to hit a big stride this year. We've got a lot going on there that we're excited to discuss here soon. And we're building a storage facility in Caldwell. Like, we've got a ton of shit going on. As I can and go watch them play basketball. They're two of my favorite people to watch play sports. And if I can carve out a day like to go do that out of the work schedule, then that's where I'm going to focus my time off, right? And when I go to ReMA for a week or 4 days or whatever, it kills me here at work, and B, it takes away like days that I feel comfortable missing, a Monday or a Friday because I'm traveling watching them play basketball. So the answer is no. And
Not this year. Maybe next year.
We went last year, and that's good.
And
It's in Vegas.
we had a good run.
And
And for the longest time, we would go a year and then take a year or two off, you know? And we but we went on I feel like we went 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah. And I think the third thing, or the biggest thing for me, not even the biggest, just one of the key decision-making factors is it's expensive. Like, you start adding up what it costs to go
really
to
expensive.
ReMA. Like, we're not even ReMA members. Like, for
We
whatever
have
that's
been,
worth. We
but-
have been, but we're not. So if we're not a ReMA member, because we're value guys. Like, some people might call us cheap. Some people might call us frugal. You can call us a lot of shit, but I call us value. Like, if the value's there, we'll spend buckets of money. Like, we are not afraid to give you all our money if we feel like the value is there, right? But when you don't feel like you're getting the value for your money, and no matter what it is, then it's a harder ask, right? Now, I head.
Oh, at
Like-
least. That's
At
probably
least, right? And that's
yeah.
if you get someone to buy you dinner every day. Like,
Yeah.
which I don't like being that guy. I'd rather just go to the show, see what they got. The other, and I think, so for me, it's a no-go. It's a non-starter. The last thing is I don't really need any more equipment right now.
Yeah,
And
if you
sometimes
had-
I'll go
Yep.
because I've got, like, I want to look at something or I want to talk to somebody about a piece of equipment or there's something that I really, really got to have. I'll go there and kind of scope it out and kind of talk to the guys and figure out what their sales pitch is. Is there a deal to be had somewhere? And for me, there's just nothing out there right now that I'm kind of dying on the vine for. So I've just kind of push that off. So I think between those factors, A, we got a lot of irons in the fire. B, it's in California. C, it's expensive. You know, D, my kids are in the middle of travel sports. So like if I'm going to take time off, that's what, away from our day-to-day operations, like I'm going to do that instead. Those are probably my biggest factors in letting everybody else go have some fun this year.
Well, there are some people I wish I could go see there, but I'll see them. They'll be around.
If you want to
I'll
see us,
them
come to
without-
Idaho. We ain't going anywhere.
We'll go to Idaho.
Like-
Maybe we'll see you later in the year.
We might get out and travel later on this year.
We might make a trip this year.
But 2025 is
We got so
stacked.
many projects I can't wait to share with everyone.
Yeah.
I think it will actually generate a lot of Q&A, on these projects that we're doing.
I think it'll generate Q&A, but you know what else I think it'll generate? People want to come see what you got going on.
Yeah, we have
And
some super cool stuff that I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that we're working on. So
That being said, it starts tomorrow.
let's go. All right,
Yeah.
thanks everybody.
Everybody has a great day.
11 minutes.